Welcome back, everyone. Your loyal Captain Gear 100 has returned yet again for another video for you guys today. And I'm gonna say it now. I apologize if you hear my the air conditioning in the background. It's way too hot for me to have it off for any videos now. So until it starts to cool back down, we're gonna have to deal with this. And well, you're gonna have to deal with listening to the air conditioner. I'll try to talk over it as best I can, but if you still hear it, that's just how it's gonna be for a while. All right. So we're back again with Life is Strange 2. I asked you guys for 5 likes and I would continue on to part 2. And 5 likes was achieved yesterday. So with that being said, I'd like to thank all of you personally for that. So we're going to continue the story. Life is Strange 2. What if Sean also had a power? So we're going to pick up where we left off. We left off, of episode 1. So now we're going to start with episode 2. I'm going with these episodes as I go. Because currently, like I said, I already beat the game, but I'm currently replaying it. Right now, I'm on episode 3, so I can refresh my mind about everything. So, once again, if this video gets 5 likes, I will continue on to episode 3 until I eventually finish, about this game. But if you guys have other video game what-ifs, then then shoot it at me. I'll definitely get to it once it's interesting enough, but... Also, another My Hero Academia What If is coming soon. This is a subscriber fan-based one, and they've been asking me to do this for a while now. Okay, so I'm not going to spoil what the video is, but just know, loyal subscriber, if you know who you are, this is a My Hero Academia. What if Deku had, blank? I'm going to leave it as blank, because I'm not going to say anything. But you know who you are out there. You've been asking this for a while now, and it's about time I do this for you. Okay, so with that being said, let's just continue the video. 5 likes to continue this, and I will move on to episode 3. Also, comment down in the video below. You guys know what to think, yada, yada, yada. Okay, let's begin. So, we start off in the mountain area of episode 2. In the snow. Yeah, what you guys are seeing right here is probably not a good enough description, so let me try to see if I can get something better for you. Bam, here we are. In the canon story, up near Oregon, basically, yeah, Daniel will be practicing his telekinesis with Sean guiding him. But instead, Sean and Daniel will both begin their own personal trainings on both of their abilities. Now, if you guys have been here since the beginning, in episode 1, you would know what I gave Sean. Sean has the power of combustion manipulation. Basically, he can combust the air to make explosions and or cause fire, igniting, the air and whatnot. So Sean has fire-based abilities, while Daniel has telekinesis. So they both have powers. So Sean has to balance for the next 2.5 months, basically. Wait, no, they've been in the icy area for 1 month. So Sean has to balance out between training Daniel in the daytime while Sean only uses his power at night. Wait, no. Okay, so this is what happens. Sean trains his combustion in the daytime because they don't want to get caught using explosions and fire at night, while Daniel uses his telekinesis at nighttime because Sean can pretty much light the way. So they have to do a routine balance of how it goes. And Daniel now is able to lift, very big rocks and move them everywhere in small cans, while Sean can actually create multiple fireballs and keep them in mid-air around him without him actually actively burning something. Now, if Sean wanted to, he could literally make a flamethrower come from his hand, shoot out fireballs, and, literally ignite something on fire if he wanted to. Okay, let's say this little bush in the background right here. All Sean would have to do is point at it and focus his power, and immediately the bush would just combust up into flames. Just completely burst into it. So yeah, it's pretty crazy on what Sean can do. So Daniel and Sean would be excited that both of their powers are going this far. But Daniel would be complaining that Sean's power is a lot cooler than his. Daniel just has basic telekinesis while Sean has fire abilities. You get the option to cheer Daniel up by, you get to either complain, you either get to say, why are you complaining, at least you got power, or you can retort back to Daniel saying, at least your power is a lot safer than mine. I can't really use it in everyday life without actively hurting somebody. And Sean is right. He can't use it without, well, in like closed spaces. Daniel can use his whenever he wants to. But Sean needs an open area space like this. Like a forest where nobody's around, where he doesn't risk hurting anybody. And, okay, call me crazy, but Sean would have a lot more control over his power than Daniel would. Because, okay, with basic telekinesis, you don't really have to worry about, well, that much of destroying the area. I mean, you can still destroy the area, but it's not, but it would just be like you push something over or something fell over to collapse. Sean, on the other hand, since his is fire-based, he could actively burn down the entire forest if he's not careful. So he would focus more on controlling his power other than just making it super strong. But keep in mind, both of their powers actively do grow as time goes on. But Sean's will be growing a lot faster since he has to put a lot more effort into not burning shit down all the time. Okay, so that would be that, as they would both go back into the cabin in their little mini woods thing that they got here. So yeah, as you guys can see, they have been there for like an entire month, and it's near like Christmas time. So it's showing what Daniel's able to be doing. But Sean is advancing a lot faster than Daniel is, honestly. So let's just move on from that. Alright, so as they go back into the cabin, Sean is goes back outside and keeps continuing to train his power while Daniel is actively just getting sleepier. But also Daniel is sick, too. So that's still a thing. Now, we don't know exactly how Daniel got sick. People do make it up it's because of his powers activated. So I'm going to say because of that, Daniel is sick, and Sean actively is as well. And because of this, they can keep staying warm in the icy area, but it's just not enough because the power goes away while they're sleeping obviously. So because of this, Sean already had an idea to go to their grandparents' house. So due to the next morning, obviously they let their puppy Mushroom out, and I'm sorry guys, the heartbreak comes yet again. Daniel goes out to find Mushroom has been unalived by a cougar. I don't know what it was in the story, but whatever it is. And Daniel would raise it in the air, and once again, you choose to intervene or don't intervene, or because you have power, or burn it. Well, or what it would say, incinerate it. But in my case, I would just let Daniel do what he has to do here, because he felt more of a connection to Mushroom than Sean ever actually did. So Daniel's the one who unalives the Puma/Cougar, and they both move on to their grandparents' house. Now, of course, it would have to be a lot simpler, and the grandparents' interaction would go the same. Sean would say, would they really accept and love us, not knowing what we are? And Sean would just say they're family. So, okay, then Claire and Steven. Now, Claire would obviously let them in, give them both medicine because they're obviously both very sick, and, you know, that stuff would happen. So the regular interactions between the grandparents would be normal, except when Sean goes to ask Steven for the shed key and whatever. So, Sean would ask Steven what's going on, and Steven would say he knows about Daniel's power. And, like, how is that even possible? Now, you get the option to either lie to Steven or tell him the truth. Me, I told him the truth because Daniel is obviously not one for keeping his power hidden. And Sean would say he doesn't know about it either. Like, after their father was, you know, it just happened. And Daniel's not the only one who isn't normal. As Steven would ask what he means, and Sean would just raise his hand and ignite a flame into the palm of his hand. What? Steven would be flabbergasted as now this is even more strange. Both of his grandsons have powers. What is going on? As Sean would put out the flame, he would say he doesn't know why this is a thing either, but he feels like this is a blessing somehow. Or maybe it could be a curse. But Steven just says he needs to keep those powers under wraps, because Claire is very religious and she might think of something. But who knows? So anyway, they still get the shed key. They come out, and as usual, Daniel would befriend a strange boy with a wild imagination named Chris. Now, obviously, Daniel is still a kid, so he's obviously not one for keeping his powers secret. So it's, oh my god, honestly very stupid and realistic on how Sean thought Daniel could keep it a secret the whole time. But anyway, Sean would eventually go over and see that Daniel is using his power to impress Chris. Now, oh boy. Obviously, this thing is not going to go well with Sean, but I decided to be nice to Daniel, and I just say, okay, we can go to this place or whatever. So, yeah, Captain Spirit and Super Wolf, and Sean's name would just be, ooh, how about, oh, wow, I really don't know. Like, Fuego Lobo. Yeah. Yeah, Fuego Lobo. I don't even know if I said that right. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know Spanish. Please don't come for me in the comments. I tried. So, as Daniel would go into the bathroom, Chris's dad would come out and ask, are we going to that thing? Well, Christmas shopping. And Sean would say, yes, they're both going. So, yeah, this would be a thing. Okay. And once they get to the Christmas market, hold on, let me see if I have it here. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's just got to come back to whatever this is. So anyway, as Chris and his dad would go into the Christmas market, Sean would scold Daniel yet again about, what did he say about keeping their powers secret? And Daniel would say he knows, but, like, like, again, but he would get annoyed. Sean would say they can't keep doing this. They're about to get caught. They are on the run, and they can't keep making minute mistakes like this. What if Chris's dad ever found out? What would he think? Whatever. But you can choose to... Okay, but in this one, I told Daniel to tell Chris about it. And, well, he never... Well, and the craziest thing is, after the second round, he actually did. So, you get to go into the Christmas market, do whatever you do, get Daniel a Christmas present or not. And you know who you end up meeting in there. Cassidy. Yes, I chose Cassidy. I see Finn more as like a best friend type of thing. But after the whole ordeal with episode 3, I don't really think he's meant to be with Sean. Look, I'm sorry for all you Finn and Sean shippers down there, but that's just not me, guys. I'm sorry. I don't really see it. Plus, knowing what happened with episode 3, Finn really did mess up. But after he literally said, I respect your decision if you say no to his little thing, he still goes behind your back and does it anyway. Thinking that Daniel, like, is his golden ticket or whatever. But they're not meant to be tools. So, I'm sorry, but I chose Cassidy. But anyway, moving on from that, you meet Cassidy at the Christmas market, and everything specifically just goes the same because it's just normal interactions. Until finally, when you make it back home, oh boy, Sean and Chris would make it back to their grandparents' place. And you would go up to they would go up to their mom's old room, finding out, you know, the truth about the letter and everything. As the cupboard would still fall on Steven, and Sean's power is no help here. So Sean would either give Daniel like the all clear to use his power, or to not do it and help Steven on their own. But I chose for Daniel to use his power because hell. Sean says that they're going to need to use their powers. They might need to use them as a last resort, but they can't just use them as freely as they please. They have to fit in with other people and not have their cover blown. So with that being said, it would be a great thing that Daniel did lift it up. But the cops would be there, and because they would say that they were sighted at the Christmas market. So, oh man. Sadly enough, Sean and Daniel would have to flee, but thankfully for my ending, thanks to Chris, he was able to get us out of there without the police letting us know, and Chris wasn't hurt at all. So I got that ending. And Daniel would be upset, like, does our powers only bring chaos and suffering everywhere we go? As Sean would say no, as nothing bad had ever happened, but it's okay. As you would hand him his Christmas presents. Merry Christmas, Inano. Daniel was happy that he got the Christmas present, as, you know, now he made Sean a drawing for Christmas, and it was good. So now you guys start train hopping. And next will be episode 3. Yeah, guys, this is like a 15-minute video right here. Sorry that I couldn't do much of anything else, but episode 2 was just that. Not really much for action or anything else on that situation. Now, yes, I could have made it much more interesting than I usually would have, but I don't know. I just couldn't think of anything. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is just unedited full content. But in case you guys want to see more, y'all know what to do. 5 likes and I'll continue to part 3. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Peace!